Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's talk about something we do, 25,000 times a day without even thinking about it? Breathing. But what if I told you most of us are doing it completely wrong, and that one simple, unconscious mistake could be the hidden cause of so many of our modern health issues? Yep, we're diving deep into the incredible science of a lost art.
We're going to start with this bombshell claim from journalist James Nestor. Think about it. Out of 5,400 species of mammals, we're the only ones who regularly have crooked jaws and chronic breathing problems. This single, startling idea is what kicks off a truly fascinating investigation.
And this wasn't just some abstract research project for the author James Nestor. For him, it was personal. He was struggling with his own persistent respiratory problems, and none of the typical medical advice was cutting it. That frustration is what sent him on this epic 12-year journey to find some real answers.
And get this, the skepticism was real from the get-go. His own agent told him it was one of the worst ideas she had ever heard. But he kept digging for over a decade, and what he uncovered was just profound. Breathing isn't just a bodily function. It is a forgotten pillar of our health that really governs everything about our physical and mental state.
So how in the world did we become the worst breathers? Well, to figure out our modern problems, Nestor discovered that we have to look way, way back into our past. Turns out, the clues are literally written in the bones of our ancestors.
So check this out. The difference is just staggering. When researchers looked at hundreds of ancient skulls, they saw the same thing over and over. Wide, forward-facing jaws, perfectly straight teeth, no braces needed, and these huge clear airways. I mean, with a facial structure like that, things like snoring or sleep apnea, it was pretty much impossible.
We have this idea that evolution always means progress, right? Survival of the fittest. But that's not the whole story. Harvard biologist Daniel Lieberman has a term for this, disevolution. It's this idea that we can actually evolve traits that are bad for us, and it is an absolutely crucial concept to understand how we became the one and only species to literally engineer our own breathing problems.
So what on earth caused this huge, detrimental shift? The answer is shockingly simple, and it's probably sitting on your dinner plate right now.
For hundreds of thousands of years, humans had to chew, a lot. All that effort was like a workout for our faces, stimulating bone growth. But then, with the rise of soft, processed foods, we stopped chewing. And that lack of chewing, starting from a young age, has literally reshaped our skulls for the worse. It's forced us into a habit with really severe consequences, mouth breathing.
And the price we pay for mouth breathing is just enormous. Dentists have been shouting about this for a century. It dries out your mouth, messes with its pH, and basically rolls out the welcome mat for bad bacteria. This actually makes it the #1 cause of cavities, yup, worse than sugar. And it's a straight line to snoring and sleep apnea.
Okay, but there is hope. And it's not found in some fancy new technology. It's found by looking back at ancient wisdom that is just now being proven right by modern science.
Nestor has this great name for these pioneers, pulmonauts. They were this motley crew of people throughout history, not scientists but just curious tinkerers, who kept rediscovering these powerful breathing techniques that had been documented, forgotten, and then found again, over and over for centuries.
So these pulmonauts, and the scientists who came after them, they all understood this one crucial, kind of counterintuitive piece of science. And it's all about a gas we've been taught our whole lives is just a waste product. Carbon dioxide.
Okay, get ready for this because it's completely backward from what you'd think. We all assume that breathing more, taking bigger, faster breaths, means more oxygen. But it's actually the opposite. When we overbreathe, we blow off way too much CO2. And it turns out carbon dioxide is the magic key. It's what tells our red blood cells, hey, release that oxygen. So if you don't have enough CO2, your body can't use the oxygen you're breathing in. Your tissues are literally starving for air even while you're gulping it down.
And this ancient wisdom even has a shockingly specific rhythm. Modern science has pinpointed it, breathing in for 5.5 seconds and out for 5.5 seconds. That rate puts our bodies into this perfect state of balance. And what's just incredible is that this exact timing is found in ancient prayers and chants all over the world, from Buddhist mantras to Catholic rosaries. It's like a universal key to our own health.
So, after all this amazing science and incredible history, what's the secret? How do we actually reclaim this lost art in our crazy modern lives?
Well, it really boils down to a few fundamental, super powerful shifts. First and foremost, the big one, breathe through your nose, always. It filters, warms, and moistens the air in a way your mouth just can't. Second, breathe slower and less.
I know, it sounds weird, but that lets that all-important CO2 build up to deliver oxygen more effectively. Third, exhale all the way out. Get rid of that stale air to make room for fresh air. And finally, chew. Hard foods, even gum, can actually help remodel our airways at any age.
You know, in the end, Nestor's journey reveals this really profound truth. Breathing isn't just a mechanical thing our bodies do. It's our most intimate connection to the entire world around us. It's this constant exchange, taking in our environment and giving a little piece of ourselves back out. The real question is, after centuries of getting it so wrong, can we finally relearn how to do it right?